Ladies and gentlemen, imagine if everything you've been searching for, happiness, peace, success, wasn't hidden in some distant future, but already in your hands. Imagine if 5 simple words had the power to rewrite your story, rebuild broken parts of your heart, and redirect the entire course of your life. We chase big achievements, yet overlook the quiet forces shaping us every single day. Today, those 5 words are going to challenge you, inspire you, and transform you, if you let them. So take a breath, because your life may be about to change. Sometimes, life feels like a complicated puzzle. We keep searching for the missing piece in new jobs, new relationships, new gadgets, or new countries. But what if transformation doesn't begin outside, but within? What if 5 simple words could quietly redirect the entire course of our lives? The first word is gratitude. We often wake up already thinking about what's missing, but imagine beginning the day acknowledging what's already present. A roof, a meal, a heartbeat. Gratitude doesn't change circumstances, but it changes the person experiencing them. It turns complaints into appreciation and pressure into perspective. After all, a grateful heart is never poor. The second word is kindness. We underestimate its power because it seems so small. Holding a door, letting someone speak without interrupting, sending a message just to check in. Kindness doesn't require wealth, talent, or position. It simply requires intention, and the beautiful irony is that the one who gives it receives even more. The third word is forgiveness. We carry old hurts like heavy suitcases, wondering why we are exhausted. Forgiveness doesn't say the past was right, but that the future deserves peace. It is not a gift to someone else. It is freedom for ourselves. When we release resentment, we create space for joy to return. The fourth word is patience. In a world of instant noodles, instant messages, and instant validation, waiting feels like suffering. But every seed needs time before it becomes a tree. Not everything that grows fast lasts long. Patience reminds us that good things are still coming, even when nothing seems to be happening. And the fifth word is purpose. Without it, even success feels strangely empty. Purpose doesn't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it whispers. It might be serving your family, helping someone heal, creating beauty, or simply being a source of hope. When we live with purpose, even ordinary days become meaningful. 5 words: gratitude, kindness, forgiveness, patience, and purpose. Simple enough for a child to understand, yet powerful enough to reshape destinies. Life isn't changed by dramatic speeches or perfect plans, but by small, consistent shifts in the heart. These words are not just to be heard, but to be practiced, one moment, one choice, one breath at a time. Because life doesn't change when we hear something inspiring. It changes when we start living it. Gratitude becomes real when, instead of complaining about the long commute, we notice the blessing of having somewhere meaningful to go. Kindness begins when we choose to listen instead of winning an argument. Forgiveness becomes alive when we finally decide that our peace matters more than our pride. Patience grows when we stop comparing our pace with someone else's. Purpose unfolds when we dare to ask, "How can I serve today?" Imagine someone waking up overwhelmed by responsibilities, feeling like life is spinning too fast. But before checking the phone or rushing into the day, they pause and breathe. They whisper thank you for the simple gift of being alive. That tiny moment sets the tone. Gratitude doesn't erase problems, but it reminds us that we are bigger than them. It teaches us to count blessings, not burdens, or think of a stranger who smiles at you in a grocery store. Maybe they are carrying their own invisible battles, yet they chose kindness. That small gesture might soften a hardened heart, restore someone's faith in humanity, or inspire another act of compassion. Kindness is contagious, but someone has to start it. Why not us? And forgiveness. Yes, it takes courage. Sometimes holding onto anger feels like protection, but it slowly drains our energy. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means no longer allowing the past to control the present. When a bird is freed from a cage, it doesn't stay close to the bars, it flies. We, too, deserve that flight. Patience reminds us that everything valuable needs nurturing. Relationships require time. Dreams need effort. Healing is a journey, not a race. When we rush, we miss lessons meant to strengthen us. A river doesn't carve a mountain through force, but through gentle persistence. The same applies to our lives, and purpose doesn't always require grand achievements. Sometimes it's found in the way we speak to people at home, in how we uplift a friend, in how honestly we work, in how sincerely we care. Purpose isn't discovered once. It is rediscovered daily as we grow and evolve. These 5 words are like seeds. When watered with awareness, they turn into habits, and habits turn into character. Life doesn't demand perfection, only willingness. Each day gives us another chance to choose gratitude over disappointment, kindness over indifference, forgiveness over bitterness, patience over frustration, and purpose over confusion. And if we begin to live like that, slowly life starts responding. Challenges don't vanish, but our ability to navigate them expands. A difficult situation becomes an opportunity to practice gratitude. An unpleasant interaction becomes a test of kindness. A painful memory becomes a doorway to forgiveness. A delayed dream becomes an invitation to patience. A confusing phase becomes a reminder to realign with purpose. Life is always teaching. These 5 words help us listen. Picture someone sitting in traffic, feeling irritated, tapping the steering wheel with impatience. Instead of reacting, they look around and notice a child laughing in the backseat of another car. Suddenly, the moment doesn't seem wasted anymore. They remember that life is not just about arriving, it's about experiencing. That small shift is the beginning of transformation. Change doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers gently. Or imagine someone facing criticism at work. The natural instinct might be to defend, argue, or retreat. But if kindness steps in, the response softens. If forgiveness enters the heart, resentment fades. If purpose is remembered, ego loses its urgency. And if patience joins, understanding replaces irritation. Real strength is not loud. It is calm, compassionate, and consistent. These words are not motivational slogans meant only for good days. They are tools for the storms. When life feels unfair, gratitude grounds us. When people disappoint us, kindness protects our own character. When the past haunts us, forgiveness frees us. When progress seems slow, patience keeps us moving. When we feel lost, purpose lights the next step. Without these, success can feel empty. With them, even struggle feels meaningful. Every person we meet is fighting battles we may never see. So when someone is rude or distant, kindness reminds us that they may be hurting. When we feel taken for granted, forgiveness reminds us that everyone is growing at their own pace. When we feel stuck, patience reminds us that flowers bloom at different times. When we doubt ourselves, purpose reminds us that we are here for a reason. And when we forget all this, gratitude brings us back. Life becomes beautiful not when everything is perfect, but when our inner world is aligned. We cannot control how people behave, but we can choose how we respond. We cannot choose all circumstances, but we can choose our attitude. And every choice, no matter how small, shapes our destiny. These 5 words are like gentle companions walking beside us, guiding us quietly, reminding us that transformation is not a distant event, but a daily practice waiting to unfold in every ordinary moment. And when we treat every ordinary moment as a classroom, life becomes a little less overwhelming. A conversation with a friend becomes a lesson in listening. A setback at work becomes training for resilience. A quiet evening alone becomes an invitation to meet ourselves. We realize that growth doesn't only happen during big breakthroughs. It happens during grocery runs, morning routines, and difficult Mondays. The extraordinary hides inside the ordinary, waiting to be noticed. Consider how a sculptor approaches a block of marble. They don't try to finish the masterpiece in one furious strike. Instead, they chip away gently, patiently, consistently. Every tap of the chisel matters, even if the change is invisible at first. Our lives are shaped the same way. One grateful thought, one kind gesture, one forgiving breath, one patient pause, one purposeful action, these small chisels slowly reveal the best version of us. Sometimes we think we need a perfect plan before moving forward, but purpose often reveals itself only after we take the first step. A person starts volunteering, not knowing it will ignite a lifelong passion. Another begins journaling, unaware it will lead to emotional healing. Someone chooses kindness one day and discovers it changes their entire environment. Life rewards those who are willing to try, not just those who are certain. And yes, there will be days when we forget these words. Days when gratitude feels forced, when kindness feels draining, when forgiveness feels impossible, when patience feels like punishment, and when purpose feels blurry. But that's all right. Growth is not linear. Even the sun rises slowly. What matters is returning, gently, without judgment. Progress is not measured by perfection, but by persistence. We must also remember to apply these words to ourselves. We thank everyone else, yet rarely acknowledge our own efforts. We're kind to strangers but harsh to our own hearts. We forgive others quicker than we forgive our own mistakes. We are patient with a child learning to walk, but impatient with our own journey. And we search for purpose externally while ignoring the quiet wisdom within. When we extend these 5 words inward, something softens. We begin to trust life again. Every person, regardless of age, background, or circumstance, has the capacity to live these words. You don't need a grand stage, a large following, or a dramatic story. You just need awareness. The world is not changed only through inventions or speeches or revolutions. It is changed through ordinary people choosing extraordinary attitudes again and again, even when no one is watching.